Your experience here at Southern New Hampshire University is important to us. It's our policy and practice to create an inclusive and accessible learning environment. If there are aspects of instruction or course design that present barriers to accessibility, please notify the Online Accessibility Center as soon as possible. They can be reached by phone at 866-305-9430 or by email at oac@snhu.edu. My name is Andrea Rathbun, and I'm a career advisor here at SNHU. I'm happy that you have decided to learn about today's topic on the gig economy, strategies for freelancers and virtual employees. The workplace of today and tomorrow is changing. More and more employers and employees are seeing the benefit of a remote workforce. When preparing to make the shift to a remote position, it helps to be prepared and have an idea of what to expect. Today, we will cover some of the practical aspects of becoming a remote worker, as well as some helpful tips for approaching your job search. The world of remote work is growing all of the time. With this growth, the types of remote positions available is also growing. As you begin to build your work from home situation, it will be helpful to understand the different options that are available. Freelancing is a common form of remote employment, but not all of these positions are the same. There are different types of freelance gigs you can pursue. Depending on these, you will either work as a contractor for an organization and receive jobs through them, or you will work independently and complete jobs directly for your clients. In addition to these types of roles, there are also fully remote positions available. In this instance, you are considered a part-time or full-time employee of an organization. These types of roles can be harder to come by and often require prior experience working in an independent setting. When jumping into the world of remote work, there are a lot of considerations. On a very practical level, you want to ensure you have the necessary access to technical resources, equipment, and space. Access to high-speed internet is almost always a must when going remote. Many organizations will require this of their employees and contractors. Beyond that, they may require certain operating systems, applications, and access to collaboration tools such as Skype. It is also likely that you will need to obtain certain office equipment, such as a webcam and a headset. Beyond this, you might find it helpful to have access to a printer and scanner. You may also want to consider a dedicated phone line for your business. This can be an add-on to your current phone or an additional phone altogether. Having a quiet, designated, and clutter-free work environment is also helpful, and depending on the organization, may be required. Many individuals are drawn to remote and freelance opportunities due to the belief that they can increase work-life balance. While this can be true, it can also lead to blurred lines in time and commitments, causing obstacles to arise. It is important to set boundaries when moving to a remote setting. This may mean having a closed door during times when you are working, explaining to friends and family that you still have tasks to complete, and even setting expectations for yourself when it comes to housework and distractions. Your work schedule may become more flexible when working virtually, but you will still need to commit a certain number of hours on a daily and weekly basis in order to remain successful. It is important to plan for this and not overextend yourself with additional commitments. When starting out, asking for help is key. Communicate with those around you, friends and family, and discuss expectations and even accountability. Are there house tasks that can be taken over by others? Are there times when you will need a quiet house? Is a friend willing to check in from time to time and hear about your progress? All of these small types of assistance can really add up. It is easy to think that working from home means you can work whenever you want. Some will assume that you simply find time to work. This is not usually the case. The truth is, you will need to make time to work. It is important to set hours that are dedicated to work. This schedule can vary based on your other commitments, but should include a set number of hours per day and week. Just as you need to set time to work, you should consider setting time to be off. Being at home and being off the clock can be very different things. Time to disconnect from work emails, calls, and tasks is necessary to stay energized. Stick to your schedule. The laundry will loom, dishes will call, friends will suggest lunch or coffee. It will be tempting to step away from work for many reasons. In the long run, staying dedicated to your set schedule will reduce stress and ensure a steady income. Getting into a daily routine encourages productivity and ensures task completion. It also helps set daily expectations, allowing you to focus instead of wondering what comes next. This routine can include waking up at the same time, taking meal breaks at the same time, and checking emails and work commitments throughout the day. Doing this allows for consistency in your interactions with clients, family, and friends. They will begin to know when you are available and anticipate your communication and follow up. When creating this routine, ensure you incorporate times for other interests. Exercise and fresh air can help you stay energized and encourage a positive mindset, while journaling and meditation can help you be intentional in your interactions. Don't forget to set aside time for additional tasks that will need your attention, such as housework, grocery shopping, childcare, and medical appointments. As you begin to apply for remote roles, it will be beneficial to take some time to adjust your resume. In doing this, the goal is to present yourself as someone who can successfully complete tasks in an environment involving minimal supervision. It can also help to include specifics on the type of home office equipment you have access to. To start, ensure you include information on any previous experience working in a remote setting. To do this, list the location of the job as remote. Beyond that, include information on types of telecommuting and virtual meeting platforms you have utilized, such as Skype, Zoom, and Adobe Connect. You can also add in terms such as independent self-setting, self-starter, and highly motivated. An article by career expert Ada Burin highlights a list of skills to develop and display as a remote job seeker. They can include organization, communication, tech savvy, and more. While highlighting your skills is a great first step, adding in information regarding the setting in which you will work can also add value to your resume. This can include a private home office, headset, webcams, printer scanner, and any additional tools you have access to. Many traditional job sites will allow you to add in a location when searching for positions. This can get tricky with remote work. Due to this, it is helpful to have an idea of search terms that will lead to remote work. Above, you will see some common search terms. It can be helpful to add these terms in the keyword of your job search as opposed to the location. As you scroll through the results, also keep an eye out for roles with locations listed as United States or US. In general, this is an indication that the role can be worked remotely. Do keep in mind that due to state laws and tax regulations, not every remote role will be available in every state. With remote work becoming more and more popular, there has been an increase in the number of job sites that offer these types of roles. Just, just as there are different types of remote roles, there are different types of job boards. FlexJobs, Rat Race Rebellion, Remote.co, and Working Nomads tend to offer fully remote positions ranging from customer service and call center to management and advocacy and beyond. In utilizing these sites, you are able to search by keywords and job title. There has also been an uptick in sites that connect independent freelancers with individuals and organizations looking to have a job or task completed. Two examples of these are Upwork and Fiverr. These sites can be thought of as a virtual bulletin board connecting needs with abilities. This presentation is just the beginning of the information available to you. Our career team is here to help you. If you have questions regarding today's presentation or need more one-on-one assistance for your resume, cover letter, mock interviews, and the job search itself, feel free to reach out to our dedicated team of career advisors to schedule a one-on-one career consultation. We can be reached at 888-672-1458 or by email at cocecareer@snhu.edu. My name is Andrea Rathbun, and this has been The Gig Economy, Strategies for Freelancers and Virtual Employees.